As I was watching episode 4 of Ahsoka for about the 7th time, I thought of something pretty crazy. And I've been sitting on this for a couple of days, going over it in my mind, and I think I figured it out. Anakin shows up in the world between worlds, and with his appearance, we have some serious questions. Why is he there? Is Ahsoka dead? Is Anakin a Force ghost? Is he a vision? Or is it even him at all? Is it actually the son of Mortis? Well, here's my answer. It's Anakin, not the Force ghost, not a vision, not a trick. It's actually him in the world between worlds. Now hear me out on this. This is Revenge of the Sith Anakin. He has his mechanical hand, he has a scar, he's dressed in black just like he was in Revenge of the Sith. And when he appears at the end of the episode, Vader's theme starts to play. This is what gives it away, but also, this is Anakin's lightsaber. I know there's a bit of controversy around this, but right here you can tell by the silver piece. In my lightsaber collections book, it actually shows there's a slight difference with Anakin's and Vader's hilt. This silver piece right here is the difference. See, it's this silver piece in the middle that Vader's doesn't have that Anakin's does. The problem is it's a bit too dark to see any of the rest of it, but you can really see this centerpiece here. It looks like that's the piece that's missing from Vader's that you can obviously see in Anakin's lightsaber. Now, Anakin has obviously now found his way into the world between worlds. Now, this has to be after the Jedi Temple massacre and before he fights Obi-Wan on Mustafar. So what if there's an access portal to the world between worlds on Mustafar? Now, there's portals all over the galaxy and possibly in other galaxies. So he finds the portal and he sees Ahsoka and Baylan, and maybe he pulls her through just like Ezra did on Malachor. It could also be that he just sees her in there, he senses her in there, and they just come together like it was meant to be, like the Force wills it. So right now, Ahsoka, she's dealing with all of this guilt for leaving Anakin and for him becoming Darth Vader. It's weighing heavy on her. What if he brings her to Mustafar? And in this version, Ahsoka is the one that fights Anakin, not Obi-Wan. She has to see that no matter what happens, Anakin was always going to fall. He was always going to become Vader. Now, Ahsoka needs to see this. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Her fighting Anakin on Mustafar would retcon Obi-Wan and Anakin fighting on Mustafar. But not everything is as it seems. So what if you can't actually change the events in the world between worlds, but only see events that happen or just a glimpse of an alternate reality? Let's take Ezra pulling Ahsoka into the world between worlds as an example. Now, on the surface, it seems like Ezra saved Ahsoka and that originally Vader killed her, but that's not actually what happens. If you look closely, the finale of season 2 of Rebels, Twilight of the Apprentice, we see Vader limping away. Then we see the Morai, which is connected with Ahsoka, starts to fly away, and it flies over. We get a glimpse of Ahsoka as she's walking down into a dark tunnel in another temple. She lives. She survives the fight with Vader. Now, when Ezra pulls her out, it's a few years later, and we already saw that she survived. So he didn't actually save her. He didn't change any events. Everything was exactly how it was supposed to be. Now, if you look, just as Ezra pulls her out, Vader also falls through the floor from when Ahsoka cracked it with her lightsabers. So let's go back to Mustafar. She fights Vader. Now, I don't know whether she wins or loses, and I don't think it matters the outcome of the fight. What I think matters is that she realizes that Anakin was always destined to become Vader. This is what she needs to release her guilt. She needs this to move forward and become what she's meant to be. Maybe she accepts being a Jedi again. I'm not sure. But I think at some point, we're gonna see Force Ghost Anakin. The one that is actually a Force Ghost. The one we see in Return of the Jedi. But at some point, I do think we will actually see Force Ghost Anakin. But I think episode 5 is absolutely going to be wild. I think we're gonna get a fight on Mustafar. And I think that she might be able to reach Ezra in the world between worlds. And we may see something like that. But I can't wait. Now, the world between worlds is such a crazy place, and I know a lot of you have questions on what it actually is. So click here to see my video on what the world between worlds is, and as always, may the Force be with you.